You're welcome to the Eastern Business Report right here on the AFIA Business Morning. Of course, we are available on DSTV channel 254 and Go TV channel 17. And interestingly, you can follow us up on social media at AFIA TV Official. And just so you know, by way of emphasis, the Eastern Business Report is designed to bring you up to speed on business activities and issues affecting businesses within the southeastern region of Nigeria. It comes right after the global business news on the AFIA Business Morning. My name is Ubong Kings. Welcome. And you're still watching the Eastern Business Report right here on the AFIA Business Morning. And today we're going to be looking at something of great importance, and that has to do with skill acquisition and all of that. And incidentally, I have with me in the studio a gentleman, engineer Kalu Silver Chukwuebuka, who is the founder of GWC Tech Hub and chairman GWC Group Nigeria. And we're going to be looking at the topic, building a career in tech, basically learning a new skill in 2024. You're welcome. Can I call you Silver?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You're welcome, Silver. It's good to have you join us this morning. It's
Thank
a pleasure. First of all, let's start with basics now. How do you see the skill acquisition sector in Nigeria?
Okay, I think the skill acquisition center in Nigeria is growing rapidly. Everybody wants to learn skill, both the young, the teenagers, and even the old. So I think it's growing rapidly.
Okay, now in a nutshell, would you say the average young person would rather want to go and learn a skill compared to traditional forms of learning? Say maybe you go ahead and maybe enroll in a school and learn something. Now there are two different things here. There's a traditional skill and there's the certificate you get from a school versus the skills you get learning a trade or learning an art. Would you say is more predominant now as far as young people are concerned?
Okay, I would say the learning of skills outside the four walls of the educational system is kind of the best now. Because even after going to the university, you see most people, when they are done with youth service, they still go back to learn a skill, because it's obvious that what we learn in the university now can't give you the practical business frame you need when you come out.
Okay, and now let's look at something quickly. Learning a new skill in 2024. Now, what would you say should be one of those skills the average Nigerian, or better still, let's bring it home, the average Southeasterner should learn in 2024, given the fact that a lot of advances are happening in the world of technology? Number one is AI. AI is, taking over everything now, basically. Even ordinary to call someone, you can talk to your phone to call the person on your behalf. So tell me, what would you say would be one of those major skills the average Southeasterner should learn in 2024?
Okay, in the tech space, you already said that AI is taking over virtually everything. So I think the basic or the key skills I do tell people to learn, number one is you should try as much as possible to learn data analytics. You can learn product design or product management. You can even learn as far as going to the development aspect, that's the web and app development. Yes.
Okay, tell me now, you just mentioned 3 parts right here, data analytics. How does data analytics, many times when people hear that word, data analytics, all they think of, first of all, is when we are analyzing data. What exactly is it about? How relevant is it in this time and age right now?
Okay, in this 21st century, managing of data is one of the essential things every businesses need. Okay, because for you to be able to manage your customers effectively, manage your potential clients effectively, you need to know the the incoming and outgoing data that comes into your company. So I think that's generally what data analytics talks about. That's the implementation of data, managing and using it to get to what your business wants.
Okay, to get what my business wants. Now let's look at you as a person. Now you are the founder GWC Tech Hub, and you're also the chairman, GWC Group Nigeria Limited. Now, tell me, what exactly was the motivation for this one? Because a lot of persons go into things for different reasons. What is your motivation?
Okay, growing up, my earlier days in the secondary school, I was a blogger. I like making researches, then write about stuff. So out of curiosity, I do publish online, and I wanted to know what was behind those places I do publish my articles, my content. So I had to start making deeper research, and I found out about the web development, the app development, and the rest. So I think that was one of the things that motivated me, out of curiosity to know.
Oh, curiosity.
Yeah, what was behind the activities I do, because I do content and people read it and they give me feedbacks. So I wanted to know what works towards that. So that was when I went to.
So for you, it was a case of trying to find out, let me not just be doing content and pushing it out. Let me know what actually makes these platforms work.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you did say something off camera that you are passionate about instilling skills, more like teaching people, young people, helping young people acquire a skill or the other. Was this always the dream? Was this always the plan? Apart from the fact that you stumbled into what you're doing by reason of curiosity, how about the teaching, or the teaching people part? How did that one start?
Okay, the aspect of teaching, I think that was earlier 2018. That was when I finished the program I was doing under the web development. I needed to expand my knowledge and do more things. So, and during that period, a lot of my friends started coming around. They said, okay, this is what you do and you're making a token from it. Can you teach us, can you show us how to do got into it, and the rest of them. So from there, the idea of having a company came in. I had to start working on it. So it was part of the thing I wanted to do, that's training young people. Because one of the challenges I faced then was not being able to fund what I was learning. So I used the free programs I saw online to learn before I could afford the paid ones.
Which is a smart move, because I was going to come to that. How did you learn all these things? But we'll come on to all those later. We'll take a short break right now. When we come back, we're going to be looking at what GWC Tech Hub is offering to Ndi Enugu. Let's take this break. When we come back, we'll continue. Please stay. And you're welcome back to the Eastern Business Report right here on the AFIA Business Morning, and we're still having in the studio engineer Kalu Silver Chukwuebuka, who is the founder GWC Tech, and he's also the chairman GWC Group Nigeria. And we have been talking specifically about building a career in tech, and then learning a new skill in 2024. Now, why tech? Why not any other venture? Why technology?
Okay, to me, I would say tech is life. So basically, I can say to other fields of studies or fields of business, tech covers everything. So because there's no business you can venture into now and you want to excel properly that you will not use tech.
Right.
So to me, tech is life.
Tech is life. Now let's get back to this conversation. You have been you are the founder, GWC Tech Hub chairman of the GWC Group Nigeria Limited. But let's find out. Okay, what has been the footprint you have put in place with reference to training and skill acquisition? With of course, talking about tech now, is there something you've done before to train? Equip people with this relevant tech skills, like you say?
Yeah. Okay. Before now, I've been training a lot of people, both on sites, online. Like last year, I collaborated with the Enugu State Tech Hub when we trained over 2,500 students. I was handling digital marketing as a course there, where I taught them Google My Business and how to use it to get your business online and the rest. So, and I also taught within the space of 3-4 years, I've been able to successfully graduated about 50 students or more than in tech, in different aspects of tech, like web development, content creating, and the rest. So,
okay. Now, you just said you've been able to graduate quite a number of persons, but the question I want to ask really is, how many of these persons that got to go through your tutelage, how many of them would you say, okay, rather than let me say how many, what percentage of them are still in the tech field and are doing good, just like you're doing good?
okay, I will give it let's say 60, because most of them after doing it who wouldn't want to expand more into it. It's beyond learning it. When you are done learning, you need to expand more to know how to start making money from it.
Right.
One thing is to learn a skill. One thing is to know how to leverage on that skill to start making a career out of it. So, like I say, 60% have been able to like this. For example, my MD that works with me, I personally guided him from when he joined tech, and the guy is doing perfectly fine now.
Interesting. So that's good to know. That's a success story. But let's look at challenges, because it's not in this climb that we are right now. It's not an easy thing to start off a business. It's not an easy thing to have people work with you. But what has been the challenges so far as this business is concerned, really?
Okay, we faced a lot of challenge. In fact, we started 2027, and after the first business
2017, you mean?
Yes, 2017.
Yeah.
After the first business year, we went bankrupt, and we had to shut the whole business down.
Wow. Okay.
And for 1 year, there was no business existing.
Wow.
So it was 2028 ending that I had to pick up the courage. I had to advise myself, encourage myself,
and continue.
And started again.
Oh,
so for about 3 years, I was doing it alone. I was the CEO, I was the MD, I was basically everything.
You also the errand boy,
yeah,
doing everything. Yeah, I
so
understand that.
doing the running around, and because most times I try to convince somebody to come in, and the person say, "What's in for me?"
Right?
And all those kind of things. Okay, I said, for now, I don't have anything in for you. It's still an idea, so I need to build it up. I started doing that. That was when I was in my year 3 in UNN. Started doing that, building up. So when I finished, I thought that was in the 4th year. Third year. That was when I had to get the business registered in the corporate affairs. That was when business officially started.
Interesting.
So I had to get 1 or 2 persons on board. I've been able to raise one. I'm one of those persons that will say, when I started the business, I started with nothing. Because I was running the business with my feeding money. And trying to do assignments for my colleagues in school, do time papers, and I was raising small money to still fund what I was doing. Well, here we are with over 20 staffs across Africa.
Okay, now let's look at that. That sounds very encouraging. Now let's look at specifically, what did you read in school? Is it related to tech?
Okay, my first degree I did physics and astronomy. Second degree I did computer science.
Oh, I see. Now you tilted, because look, when did you have this second degree exactly?
Okay, I just finished.
Okay. Okay, so it's more like you are now positioning yourself because you are in the industry now.
Yes.
So you have to have something like a backup of a sort. Okay, now let's look at something you said earlier about the fact that you started afresh after it went bankrupt. What really made the business go bankrupt?
Okay, one of the things that was happening then, as I said, I was using my school funds to run the business.
Right.
So I make a profit, I put it back in school, buy textbooks and the rest. So at the end of the day, I don't have money. I make money from the business, put it in school, get from school, put it back into the business.
Yeah, so that cycle.
And that was it.
I get that. And then you said you had done a project before. Did you do a project before to reach out to persons and train people?
Yes, at least.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, in my final year, that was when I did a flyer that I was going into teaching, going to train people that I've been able to train myself for a couple of years now. I'm strong in the field. Okay, although I was still learning, so I decided to at least train 1 or 2 persons in the little I know, and I started with my friends in the department. I started sharing my flyers, my card, and some people bought the idea, and it was totally free. I didn't charge anybody. I just say, come and see what I'm capable of doing. Criticize me. If I'm getting it all wrong, tell me. If I'm getting it right, then tell me where I need to improve and the rest.
So. Nice. So what was the turnout like? Let's talk about that turnout. How many people, like by estimate? I mean, imagine you're using this full space, for instance. What volume of this space was filled up?
The first stage was 1 person.
What?
1 person.
You say what? The first day was just 1 person.
And it was my roommate.
Oh my God. Did that discourage you in any way?
Of course it did. So after that, I had to go back to my shell. I went back to re-strategizing and knowing what I did bad that made people not to turn up for this thing. And when I relaunched this one, I think I had about 5 or 6 persons that came. And about 2 persons stayed to the end.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Now let's look at something critically. You said something just before we went on that break that you had the privilege of learning some of these things for free online, I suppose, before you had the money to pay for the trainings. But the question that usually comes to mind is most people, Nigerians specifically, would think, why do I have to pay money to learn this thing if I could learn it for free on YouTube, for instance? Really, why do I have to?
Okay, I didn't mention that even when I was learning it for free online, I had a mentor.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
So before I ventured into it, I had to look for somebody that was already in the field.
Okay.
So I met a guy that was in computer science. He was in his final year then. I reached out to him. He was also a member of my fellowship in school then. So I reached out to him and told him I wanted to go into tech. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. So he gave me a couple of research books, gave me some links on YouTube, and even gave me some recorded courses. He did. So when I study and I have any questions, I go back to him. So he helps me, answer the question, clarifies where I'm having issues and the rest. So beyond learning it online, there's going to be a lot of confusions learning it online. So you definitely need somebody you can run back to when you're having those confusions that will detailedly explain it so that you can control what you're doing.
That's good to note, because you've just emphasized something here, the place of mentorship, the place of training, the place of tutelage, where you have to, whether you like it or not, submit to somebody who would actually teach you in between. So now let's look at what you're doing. All right. At the moment, what exactly are you doing to bring skills to Ndi-Enugu, young people of Ndi-Enugu? What are you doing at the moment?
Okay. We are trying to launch a program called the GTSA Tech School Africa, which is the brand I'm putting on. Okay. Our goal is to train at least 1 million Africa before 2025.
1 million
African youths.
How are you going to achieve that? But we'll come to that later. Just let's finish with the project itself.
Okay. Yeah. So we have done a program we call the GTSA Soft Skill Program 2.0, which is a free program where we taught a couple of courses, and we had about 300 students across 5 countries in Africa registered for it. And beyond that, we still want to do more. And we are launching the 2.0 version of this program. The registration should be starting about a week now. That should be either on Monday or Tuesday. Registration will be open. So we are going to be doing courses like product design. We're going to be teaching content creation and lead generation. That's a sales funnel for people that wants to know how to drive sales to their business. So, and it's going to be totally free. So this is
totally free?
Yes, totally free.
Say that again. Totally free?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it take to register?
Okay, just go to our platform, GTSA Tech School Africa, LMS.com. You register for the program. The registration will be open from 1st of April.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the team are still working on the platform, so that's because we are going to be doing a lot of marketing on it. Our target is to gain minimum of 5,000 Africans on it. I already spoke to the instructors across Africa, and they are good to go. They are waiting for people to enroll for this program. Our minimum is 5,000.
5,000 Africans.
Yes, 5,000.
Now, what is the goal? How long is this project supposed to last? I like this training because we do hear of people who go ahead to do stuff of this nature, but the impact of it is not so much felt. So what is your plan as to impact and duration of these courses?
Okay, the soft skill program, which is one of our free programs, we have other courses which are paid.
Oh, okay.
But the soft skill program is a free program. We made it free because this is from where we are giving back to the society.
Nice,
okay,
nice.
So this program runs mostly 2 weeks to 1 month and is a practical section. It runs both virtual and on-site. So for people that are across Africa, they are doing on-site. So for people that wants to do from their home and they can do. Then for people that wants to come, we have a training center where they can come
and see how it's done.
See how it's done. So we're looking at doing it. It's going to run for 3 to 4 weeks, and after which our best students will normally enroll them into internships and mentorships.
So that's some huge stuff you're doing, and I want to wish you all the best. Really, it's not easy running this kind of things, especially knowing the fact that you tried it one time and went bankrupt, and here you are again trying the same thing all over again and with a revealed or renewed vigor. I want to say well done. It's not easy. And in case you're just joining in, I have been playing host to engineer Kalu Silver Chukwuebuka, who is the founder of GWC Tech Hub and chairman GWC Group Nigeria. And we'll be talking about building a career in tech and learning a new skill in 2024. You may want to join us on our social media page, especially on Facebook right now. We will be sharing with the links to be part of this free project right there so that you can be part of it. You can go to our Facebook page at Afia TV Official to be part of it. Thank you so much for your time, and this will be the size of the package, but then again, the Afia Business One is not yet over. Coming up next will be How Market. My name again is Ubong Kings. Good morning.